You're born. Sort of. You punch your way out of an egg with a head shaped like a punk rock dinosaur and legs that could deliver the wrath of Zeus. You don't know it yet, but you're already one of the most feared birds in the rainforest. A walking, feathered fever dream. A velociraptor with an attitude problem. But right now, you're just a soggy, palm-sized fuzzball sitting in a hole in the dirt. And your mom? Nowhere to be found. Because congratulations, you're a cassowary. And your dad's the one doing all the parenting. Your father, a stressed-out single dad with the 1,000-yard stare of someone who hasn't slept in weeks, has been sitting on you and your siblings like a heated boulder for the past 50 days. 50 days. He hasn't eaten. He hasn't showered. He's a bearded jungle, broody wreck. And now you're here, staring up at him like a half-baked coconut with eyes, ready to ruin his life all over again. Your first challenge? Survive your own siblings. See, cassowaries don't exactly do group projects. That adorable chirping next to you? Yeah, that's a rival. One wrong peep, and you're getting yeeted from the nest like yesterday's guano. It's survival of the fluffiest, and the prize is your dad's undivided attention, and a shot at not being something else's breakfast. And trust me, everything wants to eat you. Snakes the size of garden hoses, monitor lizards with anger issues, wild dogs, dingoes, even humans if they get desperate enough. You're basically a squawking protein snack with anxiety. So, you do the one thing that cassowary chicks do best. You follow your dad like he's the second coming of David Attenborough. Every day is a high-stakes jungle obstacle course. One wrong move, and it's game over. Your dad teaches you how to find fruit, how to blend in, how to avoid being turned into predator Lunchables. You wobble through the underbrush like a toddler in clown shoes, tripping over vines, panicking at butterflies, and running for your life from literally everything that moves. Every leaf looks like a predator. Every sound feels like a death sentence. You mistake a falling mango for an aerial ambush and nearly break your neck trying to dodge it. You get startled by your own reflection in a puddle. One time, a butterfly lands on your beak and you have an out-of-body experience. The rainforest isn't a home. It's a psychological thriller starring you, and everything is out to get you, including gravity. Your legs are spaghetti, your instincts are still on dial-up, and your only line of defense is to scream and hope your dad handles it. Weeks pass, you grow, fast, because in the cassowary world, being small means being dead. Your feathers darken, your legs get longer, and a bony blue helmet starts forming on your skull, the infamous cassowary casque. It's part helmet, part battering ram, and part jungle antenna. Scientists still argue about what it actually does. Is it a jungle GPS? A megaphone? A bird's version of a mohawk? Nobody knows, but it looks cool, and that's what matters. By the time you're 1 year old, you've gone from jungle chicken nugget to something that looks like it escaped from Jurassic Park. Your dad, now sick of your freeloading, finally kicks you out. No warning, no goodbye hugs, just a look that says, "Figure it out, kid." And he walks off into the jungle like a feathered Clint Eastwood. Now you're alone, and suddenly, being a cassowary sucks harder than ever. The jungle is your home, your gym, your battlefield, and your dating app. Every inch of it is full of death traps, venomous snakes, crocodiles, territorial wallabies, and even other cassowaries. Because here's the kicker, your own species is your biggest threat. Cassowaries are solitary, territorial, and emotionally unavailable. If another cassowary sees you on their turf, it's not a conversation. It's a duel. No squawking, no negotiation, just talons and testosterone. You charge, you leap, you kick with enough force to crush bone. And yes, you have claws sharp enough to fillet a kangaroo. You're not a bird, you're a feathered gladiator with knife feet. But the worst battles, the ones you don't see coming. One day, you're minding your business, doing cassowary things, like swallowing fruits whole and pooping out entire rainforest ecosystems, when you hear it, a low drumming call echoing through the trees. It's not a threat, it's an invitation, a female, and suddenly, biology takes over. Cassowary courtship is less romantic date and more bare-knuckle speed dating. The female is twice your size and has the attitude of a hangry WWE wrestler. She approaches with swagger, stares you down, and if you flinch, she'll chase you out of the forest like a disgraced game show contestant. But if you pass her vibe check, you mate. Briefly, efficiently, passionlessly. She lays eggs. Then, surprise, she vanishes like a Tinder ghost. And now it's your turn to sit on those cursed eggs for 2 months, guarding them from snakes, rats, and existential despair. Over the years, you become a jungle ghost, rarely seen, rarely heard, silently patrolling your turf like a rainforest cryptid. You learn to avoid roads because your kind has a reputation for becoming flattened, fruit-seeking speed bumps. You dodge human tourists who treat you like a feathered selfie opportunity, oblivious to the fact that you could send them to the ER with a single kick. One time, a guy tries to feed you French fries from a paper tray. You kicked him. He deserved it. But no matter how dangerous you are, the world doesn't get any kinder. The jungle shrinks. Roads, fences, and dogs invade your territory. Your fruit trees vanish. The other cassowaries get more desperate, more violent. You win some fights, lose others. Your casque gets scarred, your feathers dull, and your feet, those legendary talons, grow chipped and cracked. Old age isn't kind to cassowaries. You don't get retirement. You don't get bird social security. You just slow down and hope you don't stop long enough to become dinner. One rainy morning, while stalking through the wet underbrush, you hear something. Not a predator, not a rival, but a sound you haven't heard in years. The chirping of chicks. You freeze. A young male, half your age, still bright, still cocky, is pacing around a nest. 3 tiny fuzzballs are hatching, blinking up at the world like it owes them something. You watch from the shadows. It hits you all at once. This brutal, unforgiving, ridiculous loop you were born into. It just keeps spinning. Another generation of dinosaur birds about to get kicked into the dirt and told, survive or die trying. And you did. You survived. You outlived snakes, dogs, rivals, humans, cars, and your own impossible biology. You were born with nothing but feathers and fury, and somehow, against all odds, you made it. But damn, it sucked. And if you thought the cassowary had it bad, just wait until you see what this animal had to survive. We're talking next-level misery, relentless chaos, and nature throwing every possible curveball. You seriously won't believe what it went through.